The MCAT makes you pray. The MCAT makes you pray. Hey hotties, it's your girl Mikayla, aka TheHolisticHottiee, and I wanted to start by saying I miss y'all so much, and thank y'all so much for being so kind and just so sweet to me right when I'm vlogging. So sweet to me, you guys, with the love and support on my most recent MCAT Diaries episode. You guys showed out in the comments. I want to say congratulations to my 2 giveaway winners, Chelsea and Dr. Ryan. Yeah, period. Yeah, y'all are amazing. When I tell y'all, this community means the world to me, and the amount of comments that I've got from TikTok and Instagram and YouTube on my blog of y'all being so supportive and hearing just how audacious the hotties are. Like y'all are hot, y'all are fly. Just hearing how persevering you all are in your journeys and how my journey resonates so much with you all. I cry. When I read the comments, I cry and I'm like, y'all, I'm eating them comments up. Y'all are so sweet. So I just want to say thank you. Thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I pray God blesses every single one of you, especially my ladies and the guys. Can't forget the guys. Ladies and my guys who are becoming physicians, the best physicians possible. I'm so proud of all of us. I also want to say that a lot of you have asked me what my score is, how the MCAT's going, what resources I use. I'm going to take this time for like a minute and a half and just explain very quickly what resources I've used. So I've used the Kaplan live course. That course is where you spend about a month doing content focused practice with an instructor in person. Because I'm from Florida, y'all know you go to your university and that's kind of how it goes, or whatever area that Kaplan is offering the course. Sometimes they're at a hotel, sometimes they're at a school. It really just depends. So that's what I did because I wanted that extra support. It's been really wonderful and I really enjoyed it. So I did the Kaplan live. I also want to mention the Kaplan course is bundled with the double AMC. So you don't have to go out and purchase the double AMC and all that stuff. It comes with the Kaplan course. That's why it's so expensive. But it's like $1,400. But that's what I've used. The second resource that I used is the Anki remote. I use this remote a lot. I have the black and the pearl white one, but my favorite is the pearl white one. I just love white appliances, y'all. I don't know what it is, but this is the one I use the most. This one, you guys, it's like a joystick. If you grew up during the 90s or 2000s, you know what a joystick is. But basically you can use it and the different parts are hard, easy, again, good. And you literally just go through like you're playing Jeopardy. The reason why I use Anki is also because it's really good for active recall. Anki is one of those flashcard decks where they have pre-made ones, but you can go through the different sections on the MCAT and really see, ooh, I need help with that. Ooh, I don't need help with that. And what I would do is I would click on the Khan Academy links or YouTube links associated with Anki. Then I'd take notes on that. And if I still didn't get it right, I would make my own personalized decks and I would use those to review my questions. So that's why the second most important resource that I've used thus far is Anki and my Anki remote. Then I also use Pixarize for visual mnemonics to really help me conceptualize the pathways, the amino acids, and the psych soc portion. Then I also would replace my music, so I'm not listening to my regular music, but I'm listening to either worship music a lot because the MCAT makes you pray. The MCAT makes you pray. So I listen to a lot of worship music, and I also replace my regular music with MCAT stuff. So Khan Academy be in the car, Pixarize be on the Bluetooth. It was always some type of way that I would get the material, especially if I was at work and I had time in between the breaks, the MCAT really consumed my time. But that is how I was able to really get a lot in with being a full-time student, working full-time, and then MCAT full-time. So that's kind of what I use resource-wise, and I hope that answered you guys' questions. If you want a more detailed answer, just let me know and I'll probably make a separate video. But that's my resources. I hope y'all liked it, and I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog, and I will catch up with y'all in the next clip of what's going on. Good morning, guys. Good morning, hotties. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Mikayla, aka The Holistic Hottiee, the one and only, period. I'm so happy to be back. So it is January 16th. It's 9:50 a.m. Kind of a late start, but to kind of bring everything together, it's a new look. You see the fit, period. Why? Because it's the first week of the spring semester, so my second semester at Tulane University School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, and my first week of my in-person MCAT course. I'm super excited. So I'm gonna head to probably campus or like a Panera or something and do a lot of my work, because with the MCAT course we have pre-class modules that we have to complete before class, literally. So I'm headed there now, did the brows and everything. The melt is immaculate. So yeah, guys, I'm headed out. So once I get there, I'll pick you guys back up, and then we can talk about classes and all that kind of stuff. My books came in yesterday, but I didn't bring them because my bag was pretty heavy. But I just want to look at myself for a second. That's it. So I'll catch you guys in just a minute. Okay, guys, so I hope the lighting is pretty good, but yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna start by downloading Anki, and actually I ended up getting the Anki remote. This is going to help me with maximizing my Anki studying. So it literally comes like a joystick, not joystick, like a PlayStation remote almost, or Xbox here, and basically use that to, you know, get better repetition for the MCAT. I hope y'all can hear me. And I have my tried and true. I feel like she's like, it's adorable. All my stationery stuff, you guys, will be in my Amazon storefront. But let's get to studying, and I'll check back with you guys. Okay guys, so I'm here at Chick-fil-A. I hope y'all can hear me. But long story short, finished most of my psych physics work. I'm gonna work on the thermodynamics portion right now. And then I'm done with psych soc, which I really enjoyed. I got an 80% on. And then I'm going to review for my epi course, which starts tonight at 7:30. So Starbucks is cute, but it's not somewhere where I would continuously study at. Just because the coffee machines and people making their orders, it's like, girl. So I'm trying to find, somebody. But yeah, I'm trying to find a place where I can study, and it's quiet, but not to where it's so loud. You know what I mean? But one thing I'll add in, guys, when I was reviewing today, because I'm going to do like a monthly check-in before, kind of like talking about my journey up to my MCAT of things I'm learning. So one thing I will know is when it comes to your MCAT journey, you'll waste time doing a whole lot of content. Looks, goodness. You'll waste time doing a whole lot of content and not enough practice. So one thing I was doing was I was going through different modules, and I would pause it every so often and take notes, which is good. But I feel like a few minutes ago when I was studying, I retained more information by just listening to what the professor was saying for that topic and writing down quick little notes and then going straight into questions. So at the end of your Kaplan modules, like for example, self-identity, you'll have two topics and then a quiz at the end. And then you can go on your question bank for Kaplan and tailor the questions to what you just learned, which is what I'm going to do after this. Literally go in and do thermodynamics, energy, mostly physics, and then my psych soc, and then do like 1 or 2 part passages. So it's 3:47. I have like about 3 hours to finish up. But if it's one thing I learned, it was just look at the videos and then go straight into practice questions as quickly as possible. You'll get into the funk of going through the books like I was, and I was just looking at the books and doing that and then looking at the videos, and then 4 or 5 hours go by and I still be on maybe 2 topics. But if you just look at the videos and go straight into questions, you'll learn as you go along, and you can always go back to the videos. So that's one tip I'll give to anybody who's starting their MCAT journey. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Anki, I wanted to come on and show you guys what it looks like. So there's different categories and subcategories you can have within your deck. For me, physics is the one area where I need the most help. And like I said before, I was taking so much time going in the book and doing all these notes and stuff when really my content should have been from the beginning, Anki. Miles Down has the best decks, and there's a couple other decks out there, but you guys, the stuff is coming at me so fast and so quick. I'm using my Anki remote, and I'm also using just the Khan Academy and YouTube links that you guys will see in the gray bars at the bottom of the cards. If you don't get something, click the link like it is here, and that will take you to a video where they can explain it more in depth. Do not waste time trying to read the books from scratch unless you have the time to do it. But repetition is key, and you seeing it so many times will really help solidify the information, especially with like concave mirrors, convex. That stuff is really, at least it was hard for me. So seeing it, watching the videos, and really getting it really is helping me on the physics section. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's really great to work with, especially if you can't afford the Kaplan database. So just try it out. Okay, y'all, so I'm actually going to leave. I hate physics. I hate chem. At least on the MCAT. I finished up the modules, but now I think I'm gonna wind up going home and using my whiteboard to go through the information and figure out how the heck are they getting these numbers and where are these formulas coming from. I don't know, that's one section that I know I'm going to need repetition on. And because our in-person class is tomorrow, my instructor reached out to us and talked about himself and basically what do we think we need in our scores that we want. So mine is a 505, that's what I want to score my MCAT. And if I can do higher, that'd be great. But yeah, and just explaining me being a four-time test taker. So I think I'm gonna have to wind up going home at the end of the day, reviewing on my whiteboard, because on my iPad it's just like and like go through the explanations they have. But I may also have to go in the book first, look at how they have the questions, look in the book and see what's going on, and then go back and look at the questions in the Q bank for Kaplan, and just keep repetition with physics and chem, and then my other lessons for the day. So yeah, it's 4:58 p.m. So I'm gonna head out, maybe have like a 30-minute break, and then jump in for class this evening. So yeah, guys, that's kind of day one of studying this week. I'll pick you guys up maybe after class or during class. I don't know, but I'll see you guys soon, okay? Hello everyone, my name is Mikayla Williams. I am currently located in Florida.
Do you know you have 30 minutes?
Are you kidding? Inspired me to take this program is my interest in global health. After traveling to Italy, I was super interested in holistic medicine and seeing the world from different perspectives from those outside of America, and how they view life, nutrition, healthcare, and just the longevity and mortality of individuals on an individual and societal level. So that led me to pursuing my Master of Public Health in Community Health Science. I'm currently taking my MCAT and MCAT course. So while doing this and work and school, getting my application ready to apply and hopefully get accepted. So wish me luck. And I do not have any background in epidemiology. During the pandemic, Johns Hopkins had a certificate course that we were allowed to take, which was the epidemiological tools in public health. And that was my first introduction to public health, and I enjoyed learning about what epidemiology is and how it interplays into infectious diseases. And in my opinion, what's the biggest challenge to improving public health in America? I believe it's education and affordability. Many are educated on the terms and what all epidemiology is, and being able to reach different populations based on affordability and access are totally different. So those two factors, I believe, are the biggest challenge. And if we can overcome them, we can have better health outcomes at the individual and societal level as a whole. And that's me. Okay, good morning, guys. Today is Wednesday. It is our first day of the in-person MCAT course class, and we have to go over our digital lesson book and then review my content that I already have in my class schedule. On top of that, I have my class for community and public health education tonight at 9 o'clock, and my MCAT course ends at 9. So back to back to back, and then tomorrow another course, and then MCAT and work. So we moved, period. But I went on campus to see if I can purchase a parking pass, but the parking passes are only for students. And because my course is at like 5:30, that's considered time where you don't need a parking pass. You can just go and park on campus as per usual. So at this point, I'm studying off campus and finding a really nice study space. So I think Panera's gonna be my go-to place. So let's go in, get something to eat, and get studying. You guys, I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. Physics is, oh my gosh. I'm glad I'm going to this MCAT course because Chem Phys should not be difficult. Like, it really shouldn't. I'm doing well in the psych social, the behavioral sciences. I'm working on cars, but I'm literally sitting here. It's 2 o'clock, and I feel like the physics, not to say it's a waste of time, but I need to be practicing, and it gets a little discouraging seeing your score say 33%, and you just sat here and done 4 to 5 hours of like fluids or gas law. It's like, what? I don't like it. But I downloaded to my iPad the digital lessons book that comes with our course. And I downloaded it in Notability so that way I can write on it when we have our lectures. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. So this is the MCAT digital lessons plan, and it's literally what we'll be learning in class. So our first one, sorry guys, is electrostatics. I did that yesterday, and while I was doing my work, I can literally look at questions and things like that, like thermodynamics. It kind of has question prompts so you can learn what's going on. I like it. It doesn't come with like a table of contents. You have to just scroll through and see what it is. So that's not bad. What I want to work on are amino acids, things that I know and can get better at, but it's okay. Class is in like 4 hours, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up, finish the rest of my content, and do questions. So I will catch you guys in a minute.
These questions are usually a little bit less critical analysis than the other 2 categories that we'll get into later today. But again, there's a lot of benefit in being able to recognize that these are explicit detail or main idea or definition questions. All right, so again, the next page on 225, just a quick recap. We'll do this essentially every lesson, but y'all remember what TRIM and PCRD stands for? Hopefully by now. Anyone want to take a good guess on TRIM? Yeah, time, rephrase,
Interrogate,
investigate.
match.
Oh,
No,
investigate and then match. And then what about PCRD? Preview, choose, read, distill, right? Another one of those foundations of comprehension question types, and we're going to be dealing with details. So with these, you don't want to get bogged down looking at the big picture. You want to look at the detail the author's asking for, right? So for this question, which of the following is stated by the author regarding an audience's typical attitude toward theatrical productions, right? How would we type this out as a detail question? What keywords in that question tell us we're looking for a specific detail?
The author's attitude.
Author's attitude, anything else? Yeah, it's really that stated by the author, right? They're telling us we're not making any particular inference into what potentially someone else would think. It's telling us this was stated by the author, now go find it. So we're looking for a detail in the passage, right? If it was a main idea question, we would kind of have that, what is the author's main idea, the central takeaway, that type of thing. But this is telling us what was stated in the passage, right? What detail was stated in the passage? We're at the bottom of page 226. I don't know if you heard me, sorry. Still remember we had kind of our 3 different methods. So that's where our interrogate, we have our highlight, And then we have our outline. Not right all there. Oh my gosh. So again, remember for cars, it's kind of easy to get it mixed up with your passage strategies that you have for all the more STEM, chem, phys, bio type passages. For cars, remember we interrogate the easy passages, we highlight the hard ones, and then outline middle of the pack, or maybe some that kind of blend between easy and hard. And then for our chem phys, our psych soc, our biochem passages, we interrogate the hard experimental ones, and it's kind of reverse order, right? We highlight the easy ones, that type of thing. So just kind of keep that in mind with cars. It's pretty easy to get flipped up on that, and maybe begin interrogating a passage that looks difficult because you think of the chem phys or biochem strategy, and then you realize you spent 10 minutes interrogating this really difficult passage. So, all right. So then if y'all want to pivot to the top of page 226. So this is that flow chart I was talking about earlier with the different question types, right? So you can see we start with cars question types, then we branches off into 3 categories: foundations of comprehension, right? So on the MCAT, we will pretty much exclusively deal in log 10s. You don't have to worry about any other base here for the log. So it's going to be a 10 right here. And when we're dealing with MCAT log problems, so things like pH and pKa, those are log type expressions. We make sure we have a firm understanding of what a log is even telling us. Right? So we can kind of read logs by saying our base power here, what is our x going to be to take our 10 to 10 to the 6, right? So we're trying to see what exponent we need to get our log base power to whatever's in our parentheses. So in this case, what is our x going to be? You have all the information you need there, probably. Yeah, it's going to be 6. So to rewrite this into 6. To get 10 to the 6, we need to take our base power to the 6. 10 to the 6 will get us our thing in parentheses. And just keep that in mind and understanding what logs are. Remember pH and pKa. The P just stands for the negative log.
Acidity. So,
Okay. Anyone else eliminate any other answer choices?
I would say D. Eliminate D because
Eliminate D.
there's no reason for oxybenzene intermediate if you're going to increase the acidity of the protons.
Okay, so eliminate C and D. Joe?
just following up on that. So, if you had the choice of like not from going through formation,
Energetically unfavorable, to skip that middle reaction, that intermediate, or maybe it's just not possible at all. Maybe we need this intermediate for this reaction to even happen.
Okay, y'all, so I'm just leaving class, and can you believe it? I have 3 more classes and I'm done with the program for the month. So I don't think I've kind of explained kind of the process, but hopefully in the vlog you guys have seen it. So with Kaplan, there's 3 phases: phase 1, 2, and then kind of like 3. Phase 1 is your content, and when you're in the program and they're helping you with strategies and your test taking abilities, getting more comfortable with the foundational concepts and how to type questions, how to more than anything build your confidence with what you know and what you don't know. So I started the program January 17th and it ends, I think it's March 17th or 18th, I think like that, something like that, before spring break. And we meet twice a week for 3 hours. So from 6 till 9 o'clock. When I first signed up, it was 5:30 till 10. So it kind of cut off an hour, but that's necessary because backpedal. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, I have this course. Mind you, Tuesdays I have epidemiology. Wednesdays I have this course. Right after this course at 9 o'clock, and right now it's like 9:15, I'm supposed to be in my health equity course. So since January till then, I've been kind of like double booking on Wednesdays. Thursdays I have community and public health education, I believe it was called, as well at night. And then I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or just Saturday and Sunday. However, let's get back to the course. So today was the T-4th class until we're done. And when I tell you, my instructor has been so sweet. And funny thing is, I feel like when I look back at how I was going about the exam from test 1, 2, 3, and now 4, I'm grateful that I was able to afford this course. So grateful. Because what you really do need is someone in your corner, or literally in front of you, explaining, Mikayla, this is what you need to do. You need to have a growth mindset. And from the first time to the third time I took it, I did not have a growth mindset. Meaning, look at where you are, where you've come from, and where you're going. Don't look at it as, oh, I got a question wrong. Look at it as, wait a minute, let me look at my level of thinking. Well, my thought process to that question was right, but I picked the wrong answer. So you see what I'm saying? Or like for me, I would go 50-50 on an answer. And he would tell me, Mikayla, you got halfway there. That's good, because at least you're not 25% off. It's a 50-50. You can still do it. And then work our way through. Like Monday, I stayed after, and it was 2 cars questions that I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't get to them. And he was like, let's go over them. First question, I kind of ran through it. I didn't really read and conceptualize. And I was like, Nora, you're not talking back to me. I was like, you're not talking back to me, so I must have got it wrong. So I turned around and reread the question, paused, and I asked him, was this the answer? And he was like, yes, give me your reasoning. I gave him my reasoning. He was like, that's exactly the way you need to think. And then for the second question, it was quicker, and I got it right, and I felt so good. I did not get on camera because I'm in a group, and I don't know if everyone's comfortable being on camera, but in my class, it's about 6 girls, me, and then a guy. So it's a very small class size. And it made me realize when it comes to med school, I want a more personable class size. I don't want like 400 plus, maybe like less than 160, because that way you can still grow and develop with everybody and still ask personal questions. I like that. I realized that I like it a lot. But anyway, let me hop on to my health equity course. I will tell y'all more about the program later on. I'm just kind of in a rush and just want to tell you guys what happened. So hopefully before my last class, I can show you guys the classroom and kind of like me walking up and maybe showing you guys like a day in the life of me studying for the MCAT or week in my life, kind of vlog style. And hopefully I enjoy that. But that's it so far. I will see you guys in the next clip. Or if not, I love y'all so much. And wish me luck and keep me in your prayers. P-R-A-Y, not P-R-E-Y. Okay, bye guys.